Welcome back. Well, it's going to be another stormy evening across Acadiana as we head into the nighttime hours. Another big mesoconvective complex developing off to our west. So let's get over to the chroma key wall and take a look at that satellite imagery. And again, very intense activity. And you see those shades of purple showing up? That means colder cloud tops. And that mesoconvective complex, this complex of thunderstorms, is intensifying. I see energy coming in right here at the end. You see that feeding in? That means this thing is only going to get stronger with time, and it's heading toward Louisiana. Already severe thunderstorm warnings are kicking, all part of an upper level low that is allowing for perturbations to come out of the subtropical jet stream. And here's the first disturbance. This is going to be our nighttime disturbance tonight that is feeding into this big complex. And then we have another disturbance that's going to rotate around, and that's going to be our energy as we head into tomorrow afternoon and evening. So we have a multi-day severe weather threat developing. Severe thunderstorm watches back across Texas. That turns toward tornado watch and also flood warnings across Texas and some severe thunderstorm warnings as well. For Acadiana, we have a tornado watch in effect through 10 o'clock tonight. All of Acadiana, also a flood watch. We'll delineate that now, and you can see we have some severe thunderstorm warnings going as we get into western, southwestern Louisiana, back across southeast Texas. Numerous storms here, and you can see how the lightning has been upticking and increasing in intensity during the course of those colder cloud tops. And let's just take a look here, do some storm tracking. We're going to do a little bit more of this within the show, but all of these storms have some rotation going on. Now, this is a little bit different than last week as the atmosphere is not quite as juicy, but nonetheless, we could see these storms get their act together and produce a supercell storm that'll move through here during the course of the evening hours. And across Acadiana, we see this is a severe thunderstorm that's crossing over the Sabine River. Also, we have a severe thunderstorm warning for portions of St. Landry Parish, and we've been tracking this and the possibility of some fairly large hail with this system. Weather Service was indicating upwards up to ping pong ball size hail, so that's coming through the Palmetto area shortly. Let's go ahead and put that in motion if we can, and you can see that cell that's moving across St. Landry Parish, so a pretty intense cell there. And this is just the beginning of what we'll be watching later on this evening. Again, much of the region hatched in for the risk of severe storms, slight to an enhanced risk. We thought we'd see an upgrade somewhere across southwest Louisiana back into Texas in this slight risk yesterday, and that is certainly the case. Damaging winds up to 60 to 75 miles per hour for Acadiana. Last one was closer to 70 to 80 mile per hour winds. That was our estimate, and we saw 90 to 100 and a few tornadoes to 120. Large hail once again, 1 inch to 2 inch size hail, certainly a possibility, and a couple of isolated tornadoes. This is possible through daybreak tomorrow morning. Most of that comes in up until about 2 a.m. tonight. Then the severe weather threat continues tomorrow, especially into the afternoon hours with large hail, damaging winds, and isolated tornadoes in the mix. And of course, we have that flood watch in effect. The Weather Service is indicating 2 to 6 inches of rain possible, localized 6 to 12 in areas that have already had too much rain. Thus, there's a high risk of flooding, excessive rainfall, level 4 out of 4, eastern Texas and back through western Louisiana. So call ahead if you're heading in this direction. And much of Acadiana hatched in for a moderate risk of the threat of excessive rainfall, and that's why we have the flood watches, and that rainfall risk shifts eastward as we head into Friday, but we're still in a slight risk area, so additional rainfall could be problematic. So taking a look at the latest chart here, what's our threats going into tonight? Tornado and wind threat for sure. Wind threat being the greatest risk, tornado and hail lesser risks, and then the possibility of flooding with up to 2 to 4 inches of rain. So this is the hour-by-hour predictive radar indicating a couple of supercell storms will be moving through between 9 and about 11 o'clock tonight, and then ending or diminishing right around 2 a.m. And we get into the HER model here showing much the same, a couple of supercell storms. And then we get into Friday, could see some action first thing in the morning. Most of Friday looks pretty quiet. Then look out as we get into the latter part of the afternoon and evening hours. We're going to see some locally very heavy rainfall. Here's the latest HER model over the next 48 hours, 2 to 4 inches likely, some spots 3 to 5. Isolated spots may catch up to 5 to 8, so be ready for that in the graph model. Pretty much backing that up with very heavy rain totals as we move forward. So a stormy night ahead once again, a near 100% chance of rain and storms with that tornado watch. Damaging winds, the primary primary threat, so stay with KATC for the latest. We'll be getting some airtime later on tonight. Tomorrow, not bad during the day, but the threat of thunderstorms during the day at 30–40%. Then it goes to about 80 to 90% as we head into late tomorrow afternoon, early tomorrow evening. Lingering showers as we head into early Saturday, but by Saturday afternoon, it quiets down. Thereafter, just a plain old summer pattern. That's it for weather for now. We'll have more later in the show.